Hi everybody, it's Robin with Uniquely Robins. We are finishing up our trivets and coasters today. These are the coasters that we did with the purple butterflies on it, and then we did the trivets. And you can make the coasters out of the smaller size of these if you want to. On these two, you can also, you can use them as a trivet. You can hang them on the wall. You can even put little feet on them if you want and make them little risers. It would be cute that way too. There's just so many things that you can do with these tiles, and we'll be working with some more of these here before too awfully long, doing some other stuff with them as well. And as far as the hanging on my table here, trying to get it cleaned off before it dries. So those are the trivets, and we use the stickers for these. You can use napkins on these. You can decoupage some pretty tissue paper on them. There's just so many things. You can just put a picture in the middle and decoupage that on there if you want. Or, and as I said, you can decoupage these. You can, I used polyacrylic to seal mine. So you can use clear coat spray, just whatever you want. Just make sure that you keep in mind, if you are going to put food directly on these, that you want to use something that is food safe. So keep that in mind. You want it to be food grade, food safe. And they do have those out there. They have them out there in glues. They have them out there in sprays, wipe-ons. You know, they do have them out there, just so that you know that. So there's the two trivets, and we did of course put the felt on the back of those so that they won't scratch up your countertops. And then these are our coasters that we made, and I did want to let you know you can paint the little palettes first if you want to, instead of just leaving them raw like I did. There's just several different ways that you can do it. If I'd have painted this white, then the butterflies would probably have popped a little more. The purple and the butterflies would have popped more. But for this one, I just left it plain to show you that you can do it just on the raw wood as well. Now these, I've only put the one coat of polyacrylic on, and then we'll clean them up, and then I will add a couple more coats to it. But it's easier if you just do the first coat for when you're trimming and stuff. This one I've already gotten done, and I just show you how I did that. I just went around the sides and kind of pulled the napkin up a little bit, and then just went down the edge with my knife. And you can use scissors or, you know, whatever you have on hand, just to cut this excess off of the sides. I'm not gonna do this, well, maybe I will. I was gonna say I'm not gonna do this whole thing, but yeah, maybe I will. This is just going to get the biggest part of it off. My X-Acto knife is wanting to bend instead of cut. Now you can just use the sandpaper to do this part too if you want to, just to make sure you don't pull anything up. But I did the other one with this and it worked out pretty well, so. But if you don't have an X-Acto knife, because I'm not here to tell you to go out and buy a bunch of stuff, so if you don't have an X-Acto knife, you can use your sandpaper. Actually, I think I'll use this one. You can just use your sandpaper. Just make sure that you go down and out, so you're not lifting it off of your project itself. And then once you get it off, just kind of sand any excess off of that corner. And when you put these on, you can make it go all the way down the sides if you want to. That's, you know, entirely up to you. And for little spots like this, that's kind of hard to get to, I just use emery board. gets in there really well. And we'll pull that off. Oops, on my emery board. And as you probably know, emery boards come in. I broke my emery board. That's okay. Not gonna hurt anything. See, and it'll just come right off of there. Go back with your sandpaper and clean it up a little bit. Now, it's up to you how you do this next part. I know some people like you just to leave the whole thing on there like that. But I always prefer cutting it between the little slats, because that's why we use these little palettes, because they're so cute. And I think it takes away from the palette if you leave the paper in there. So if you just go across, get a hold of it and pull it up out of there. And this is where your emery board really comes in handy too, because you can just go in there and get it right off of there. And I'm just going between the slats. And then once you get all the paper off that you want off, that's when you go back and do your other coats of polyurethane or spray, or whatever you're using. One little stubborn piece right here. I didn't want to come off. There we go. And then you just do the same to all of the other ones. Just love these little palettes. I think they are adorable. Just kind of work, make sure you cut both sides of this little bar that's in there, because I kind of try to pull it off of that. Just gives it a little bit cleaner look, I think. But, as I always tell you, it's your project, you do you. That one actually cut out really good. And the reason I say to do this before you put your other coats of poly on there, or spray, or whatever you're clear coating with, is because if you get it on there, 2 or 3 layers and it's really hard, you may not be able to cut through it. Or it won't be as easy to cut through, let's put it that way. Because I'm sure you'll get it, but it won't be as easy to cut through. There we go. Just go in there and clean that up. Just think these little palettes are adorable. They're really good for farmhouse. If you know anybody who likes farmhouse style, you could do it in their color, or if they, collect certain things like bees, or cows, or pigs, or chickens, you can decorate it to their specifications, or what they like, to make it a little more personal. I always love it when I get a homemade personal gift. I think that means that the person actually thought about you when making something for you, rather than, sometimes a store-bought gift, I kind of feel like doesn't take enough effort to think about the person, and that's what I like to do when I give a gift, is think about the person I'm giving it to and what they would like. I know a lot of people, and sometimes I have done it too, especially if somebody requests it, giving gift cards, but I'm not real much on gift cards myself. I know some people do, and you know, that's fine. But to me, I just think, you know, I need to take the effort to think about what that person might want rather than to give them just a gift card. But, you know, that's me. It's my personal preference. One little piece in there, one to be stubborn. Aha, got him. And if you are using an X-Acto knife, here and there you may cut right into the wood because these are not made exactly straight. But for $1, what can you say? Now this one has a little overhang on it where it's like the wood didn't get completely punched out, so I'm cutting that out to make it look better. There we go. And like I said, this would have been really pretty painted white, or even, you know, another color, but it would make the butterflies really pop. So you can see, you know, and you may have to fiddle with it for a little while just to get all them little pieces off there, but it's well worth it when you're done. And I did not sand these down or anything before I started. You could do that if you want to, if you want it to be, you know, really smooth. But I kind of was going after a more of a rustic look on these. I didn't make these for anybody in particular, but these trivets, see, like my cookbook in my kitchen I made out of this graphic 45 kit, so these will match it perfectly. So if you're making somebody a cookbook for Christmas, you can always make coordinating trivets for them, or coordinating coasters. I almost forgot what they were called. My mind is crazy anymore. Went to our family reunion over the weekend, and we played a new game that we haven't played before, which was a really cool idea. But we sometimes at family reunions, and I'm probably, you guys are probably the same way, the people who know each other the best tend to group together in groups, and they were trying to get everybody to get to know the people that they don't normally hang around with, which was a you know, a great idea. So what they did was they put names of people on our backs, and then people were supposed to come up to you that didn't know you very well, or, you know, hadn't seen you in like forever and ever and a day. Or sometimes you have cousins and their kids you don't really know, and they're getting older. So they were supposed to come up to you and introduce themselves with their name and who their mom and dad was, and, you know, what clan they came from, more or less. And then you were supposed to ask them questions, yes or no questions, about the name on your back, just to kind of get conversations started, which was really cool. But my sister told me, she said, I told you 3 times that you were a female. And I kept forgetting if I was a male or a female. So, yeah, my mind is just not working up to par anymore. I'm hoping it's a temporary thing, but you never know. So, anyway, we got those done. And as I said, you can put the felt on the back of these pieces too, just little strips if you want, so they don't scratch tables and stuff. But I was figuring with a more rustic theme, if you're going to give these to somebody who has a rustic theme, they probably aren't going to be worried about that, but you never know. You know, some people like the rustic stuff, but they want it to be really, really nice and kept really nice. So you never know. Depending on who you give it to, you will probably know whether you need to put that on the back or not. Or sometimes as a rule, you can just always do it. Whichever you prefer to do. But that's it for that project. And also you can, and I had said yesterday or the other day when we did the other video, that you could put something on the back of these to hang them on the wall, which you can do. You can set them in them little plate racks just for decoration. And you can do the same thing for the little ones too, if that's the way you want to do it. But if you're going to make a set for somebody, you know, I would make at least 4. Usually there's 4 in a set. And 4 fit in here just right into this little crate that you can also get at the Dollar Tree. Because I have one of these downstairs. I've stained it like an ebony stain. And I stained the boards an ebony stain. I didn't put anything on the ones I have downstairs. I just put the stain on them and sealed them. But 4 of them fit in this crate really nice because I have one of these downstairs. So you can make a coordinating thing and make a whole little set. And this is a cute little gift for somebody. You know, wrap it with a nice little bow. Maybe put a few treats in there since you have a little extra room. You know, what have you. I really wish they had ones that these exactly fit into, but they don't. So, but this one looks cute, and it gives you a little bit of room too in there, so they're not tight in there and you can't get them out. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so and you can get these, like I said, in different sizes too. They come in, I don't know, 2x2s, 4x4s, 6x6s, 8x8s, you know, all different sizes. So if you run across any remnants, even if somebody's putting up a new backsplash in their kitchen, they may sell the leftovers that they have. We kept ours around for 7 years just to make sure we didn't need to replace any if any got cracked or broken, but they seem to hold up really well. This is what I have as my backsplash in my kitchen, is these. So I had several of them left, and they are all different variegated colors and stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of different stuff you can make out of these. I think there's another box of them out there too, so we may make some different stuff with them as well. Never know what we might get into on this channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed that process of that. The next thing we are going to do on the next video is our riser that we are going to make for our kitchen. So we will be doing that later this week. So I'm glad I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. If you make any of these projects that we do on the channel, please put a picture of them in the comments below. I'd love to see, you know, the different things that everybody are making. So that would be good. Another thing I wanted to tell you about these stones or these tiles, another thing that you can make out of them, it will be heavy, but if you have different sizes, like 3 different sizes, it would be really cool to make one of the 3-tiered trays out of them, you know. But you have to get somebody to drill a hole in the middle for you, or drill a hole yourself in the middle of these, and then you know, stack 2 or 3 of them high and make the little risers out of them, or not risers, the little 3-tiered trays or 2-tiered trays. I think that would be really pretty, really rustic, really pretty. So everybody have a great day. Show everybody some love below. There's too much hatred going around in the world today. Let's show some love to our neighbors, our friends, you know, people we see on the street, and the ladies below, and check out their videos as well. Have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.